Hello there everybody, Sakurai aka Nightmare, and welcome back to Dies Irae Amantes Amentes. In the last episode we well, the only thing I could probably find the only thing I could think of that would properly summarize my feelings on last week, was I hate Rusalka. She is a vile character. I mean, she's still a good villain, but you know, personality-wise, she's vile. But even she did not at all deserve the treatment that Shiro gave her. Holy crap. That, just thinking about it makes me cringe. Ugh. I mean, she had a decent idea for a plan, but this, again, is Shiro that we're talking about. Good God. Also, poor Wilhelm. He got the fight taken away from him again. Good God, man. He just can't catch a break through any of these routes. Holy crap. Damn, man. Also, Shiro, looking like a bona fide badass. Holy crap. But still, damn, man. Wilhelm got cock-blocked hard. Ugh. Also, yeah, I'm keeping my guard up whenever it comes to Trifa. Sure, it might be it's kind of like a double-edged sword having him as an ally. As one comment kind of put out, he is pretty shrewd. So, it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. I thought about what would happen next while following behind the priest. If we beat a battalion commander, Reinhard wouldn't be able to return, and Timuro would be saved. That all seemed great. A solid victory with no space for complaints. Oh! I figured it out. Another reason why I like Reinhard so much, aside from his charisma. He kinda reminds me of Ainzul Gon, or Momonga from Overlord. That kinda gives me a wonder how those two would go out in a battle. But, I think that's kind of the reason why I like Reinhard Heydrich in this novel so much right now. He kind of reminds me of Lord Ainz. But, you know, maybe it's not fair of a comparison to do that, but that's just kind of what he reminds me of, you know? But, what would I do after that? Father Trifa and Sakurai would trade in the countless souls they took to bring back someone else. Should I let it slide? Would that be the right thing to do? After all, even if it wasn't enough to bring back Reinhard, the swastika was still active. My failures at the club and hospital caused hundreds of people to die. Also, one other thing that we still haven't touched upon. It was Tubal-Cain who basically took Sakurai away from, you know, Samiel at the command of, Lisa. We haven't heard anything from them for a while. I mean, as far as I know, Tubal-Cain doesn't have anybody sustaining him unless Sakurai did that undertaking. So, in theory, wouldn't Tubal-Cain start falling apart in a way? Then again, there is the detail about how Lisa left her eye, with one of her eyes with Tubal-Cain. So maybe that's kind of extending his life a little bit? I couldn't justify tolerating a dream fulfilled at the cost of such sacrifices, so I'd probably have to fight them sooner or later. You might call it an alliance, but it was more like a conditional armistice, a joint struggle where we were only using each other. That seems like a very good, that's accurate. The cold, calculated nature of our relations was so warlike I couldn't help feel both frustrated and miserable. If I had at least one battle-ready partner I could trust, I would have outright rejected the priest's offer. Sadly, I didn't have the time for such empty dreams. I could do nothing but handle this unpleasant situation to the best of my abilities. In an attempt to distract myself from the irritation, I changed the subject.
ところで、桜井を連れ去ったっていうあのでかい化け物は何なんだよ。
Thank you for bringing this up, Dren. Thank you.
カインですか？あれは。
Well, he's a complicated mess. He might be a few people, you could say. Wait, what? Valeria Trifa turned his head back to me, speaking in a mildly jovial tone. In all honesty, I felt like my question was a blunder. I didn't want to hear that answer.
レオンハルトの望みそのもの。彼女はあれを生き返らせようとしているのですよ。
Okay, just up and automatically telling him. Okay, that caught me off guard. So that was what she... While I did everything I could to keep Kasumi and Himuro from dying, she was trying to bring that thing back from the dead?
真に大事だと思うからこそ、やり直しが効くと思ってはいけない。あなたの口舌は胸にきましたが、我々はもっと俗なのですよ。手段があればためらわない。まあ、議論をしたところで平行線でしょうがね。所詮は、殺人でしかことをなせない人でなしの夢。歪んでいるのは当然だと笑ってください。
They were I had a stroke. They were hypocritical murderers who killed to resurrect someone or gain immortality. I didn't tolerate them, and that was about to change. Wait, and that was about to change. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me go back a minute here. Let me see here. They were I didn't tolerate them, and that wasn't about to change. Okay, sorry. But once again, I was made aware of the truth that their walk on the path of madness was spurred by their own kind of love. How great was her sadness? I apparently just misread that earlier. And just how much determination did she have to muster? I had no idea. But as someone who tried his best to keep all he held dear safe, I found Sakurai's case to be critically depressing. It is. What kind of feelings did she have to live with? We are of the same age, so I feared to imagine how the later half of her life looked. All it would have taken was a minuscule change. If fate was malleable, there might have been a world where she could be like us and lead a normal student's life. It was a sweet dream, sustained by nothing but sentiment. Oh, I could have gone on a few more minutes and bleh. Who was that I saw? She suddenly thought something both sudden and strange. Yesterday was succeeded by today, which would be followed by tomorrow. In the great and boundless chain of days, she considered all the possibilities she failed to seize. Even the most meager of things, such as her breakfast menu or the clothes she would choose upon going out, could greatly influence the coming years. Though a bit extreme, traffic accidents were a great example of such turning points. No one could deny the existence of events which might shift someone's future in mere minutes, if not seconds. Life could even change when a person was tying their shoes or spending another moment to fix their hair. And the shift could be of any kind, including both fortunate and unfortunate. Thus, she couldn't help but think, maybe, just maybe, she had a completely different life prepared for her. A possibility far too distant, an alternative road available only at a crossroad she chanced upon on a day long past. As trifling as it was, she didn't reject the thought.
例えば、帰りのホームルームがもうちょっと早く終わってたら、今頃私らすっごいイケメン軍団にナンパされてたかもしれないとか。
Hello, random glasses girl I don't know. Hello there, green-eyed, orange-haired girl I don't know. Hello there, Sakurai! That was definitely not what she had in mind.
じゃあ今日部活サボってなかったら、さっきのお店でお客様1万人目とかになっちゃって、シュークリーム食べ放題券もらっちゃったりとか。
Okay. That did sound like a heartwarming event to her. However,
私が言いたいのはなんていうか、もっと全然違う世界みたいな。
いい男捕まえるのも世界が変わる出来事でしょうよ。
スイーツに囲まれると楽園が見えてこない？
I mean, as long as you have like a toothbrush and some, some fluoride and... That sounds like a good idea, actually.
あ、うん。それはそうかもだけど。
What Kay pictured was something that would completely change the way she lived. A maybe she slightly yearned for.
ケイちゃん、なんとなく言いたいことはわかるけどさ、 そういうなんていうの14歳的クラスのバカ男子が考えそうな妄想顔に似合わず好きだよね。
14-year-old syndrome. You mean when teenagers try to be edgy?
学校に謎のテロリストが攻めてきてそれに一人で立ち向かうヒーローな俺様とか考えてんでしょ。
Oh, the hero complex.
ウケる。それ絶対ユサとかが考えてるよ。間違いないって。
むしろ綾瀬でしょ。あいつ絶対考えてる。
They spoke of Kasumi, the club president who was no doubt in a bad mood right about now. Wait, where are we? Kay couldn't help but agree that she seemed like someone to think such things.
あいつもな変やつなんだけど市内持ったら人が変わるから。
Judging by the weird haze we got going on here, is this a dream that Sakurai's having, or is this just the way that this is drawn?
それなりに加減はしてくれるじゃない。
ケイちゃんはまだ強いからいいんだよ。私らなんてさ。
マジきっついから綾瀬のしごき今時うさぎ跳びで神社の階段登れとかそれ違うから軍隊だから。
足太くなっちゃうよね。自分は男いるから関係ねえぜみたいな顔してさ。もう羨ましいな畜生。
But wouldn't stronger legs be a good thing?
っていうか別に藤井は綾瀬と付き合ってなんかいないでしょ。
Or did this just go right over my head because I'm a freaking idiot? I'm gonna have to ask my girlfriend this.
あれそうなの？
そうでしょ。ね
ねえって言われてもどうなのかな。
どこ情報よそれ。
えどこも何も見りゃわかるじゃん。
なんで？
なんでってそれは
わかった藤井のことが好きなんでしょ。
嘘。
違うったらあんたいきなり何を根拠にそんなこと。
うわマジだよ。超気取ってるよ。かわいい。
I'm really starting to think this might just be some, like, sort of dream that Sakurai is having.
なるほど。ああいうのが趣味なのね。
うるさいなもう。ちょっとよほんのちょっといいかなって思ってるだけ。
ふむふむ。これはどう思いますかケイちゃん。
もう完全にイカれちゃってると私は思う。
だよね。藤井か。なるほど確かに。
顔はいいよね。
頭もまあまあ。
Well, I mean, as opposed to what other kind of... I'm so lost right now.
運動は人並み？
苦手と違う。前の球技大会で全打席三振だったし。
Ugh.
真面目にやってないだけでしょあれは。
あら？
へえ。
何よその目は。
Because you kind of admitted you got a crush on Fuji.
さすが愛だね。よく見てる。
A strange, warm, peaceful every day. A life where one could find both bliss and woe in things as trifling as love, learning, and club activity. However,
ケイちゃんは好きな男とかいないの？
the girl never even thought of such things.
将来やりたいこととかある？
The unknown beyond the road she walked was too thick for her to even imagine an answer to that.
ねえ、なんでこんなところにいるの？
She began to understand that the moment she was witnessing was the possibility she considered.
ここはあんたの居場所じゃないよね。
Right. Kay knew that well. She passed this future many years ago and could never return to it by now. It was a delusion she saw of what could have been were she able to make the choice again and pick the other option.
わかってるよ。
Oh, I just noticed it's turning black and white. Okay, so my eyes weren't playing tricks on me. It is like turning black and white. Okay. The surroundings lost their vividness as the city's hustle and bustle faded away. And after a moment of thought, she realized she didn't even know the names of the friends she so affectionately talked to. Yesterday was succeeded by today, which will be followed by tomorrow. In the great and boundless chain of days, the treasures she lost create a distance far too great. Kay thought that clinging to a miracle was her only option. I can hear Berncosta laughing in the distance. She shed many tears and sent countless prayers. But that alone wasn't nearly enough to cover a distance so great. Her only option was to keep piling up corpses. Was there anything else she could choose? Should she have given up on them? No. Giving up was out of the question. She didn't have the discretion to make such a decision, nor did she want to have it. After all, she cherished their warmth. The love they showered her with meant the world to her. For that reason, she couldn't allow herself to hesitate. No matter who would hate her, who she would have to fight and kill, who would slip through her fingertips, she would never hesitate, believing vehemently she couldn't. Kay wouldn't let anyone deny the feelings that burned in her chest these past 11 years. So... Oh! Oh! Oh, yeah, that's gonna make me, yeah, that's not gonna make me sad or anything. She didn't believe that the impossible vision of his back was a mere illusion. Kay wanted to turn around, go after him, and ask about the countless things she wished to know. Yet she was unable to do any of it, and felt ashamed that she couldn't. The wind that brushed Kay's cheeks as he passed by reminded her of his pleasant and homely warmth. The vicarious experience of that unforgettable parting made Kay shake into waking up. Well, I got my question answered. At first, she questioned why she was in the park, but then Kay recalled what happened at the hospital, where the 5th swastika was opened. Babylon died, but for one reason or another the woman saved her before being consumed by flames. She didn't know her reasons, but the fact that she was taken to safety was undeniable. Kay stood up and turned to the one who did it.
彼女の命令それとも
I. Maybe. What? The giant stood before her like a majestic statue, wordless and motionless. Couldn't speak, move, or do anything by his own will. Kay knew that full well, but she wasn't above hoping for something sweet and silly. The girl desperately wanted to interpret it as something more than what it seemed.
さっきね夢を見たの
She addressed the silent giant before her with a few hesitant words.
もしもの夢私がそのなんていうかもっと普通で
You know, it's kind of a good thing that I've been doing these routes in order because now that I kind of know exactly what Tubal-Cain is, this would probably go a little bit over my head, or I just have to do a vague guess. Kind of. Then again, Trifa did kind of explain a little bit something earlier, which would have led me to that point, but I think me doing the routes that I had done earlier was actually, it actually adds a little bit more to it now.
学校に通って友達がいてしかも部活までやってるのよ笑うでしょそんな私がもしかしたらどこかに生まれていたかもしれないとかせんないよね別に弱音を吐いてるわけじゃないんだけどあれはあれで楽しそうだと思わないでもなかったよだって
Yesterday was succeeded by today, which will be followed by tomorrow. In the great and boundless chain of days, she realized that she had no idea how many possibilities she failed to seize. It could be her breakfast menu or the clothes she would choose upon going out. Life could even change when she was tying her shoes or spending another moment to fix her hair. And the changes could be both fortunate and unfortunate. Thus, she couldn't help but think. Maybe, just maybe, she had a completely different life prepared for her. A possibility far too distant, an alternative road available only at a crossroad she chanced upon on a day long past.
あれは私の夢なのかな。それともあなたの願い。顔も後ろ姿も見れなかったけど、そこですれ違った気がするのよ。私もあの頃のあなたと同じくらいの年になっちゃったし、すぐ追い越しちゃうかもしれないけど、それは嫌だなって思うよ。
The giant gave no reply to Kay's soliloquy, nor was she expecting it. She simply wanted to engrave her feelings onto herself, ascertaining who she really was, so she wouldn't break, so she could still stand and fight. That was likely the reason why.
出てきなさい。盗み聞きなんかしてて楽しい？
Ah, crap, who is it? Even with all the sentiment, she still had a good grasp of her surroundings.
正直驚いた。すごい人ね、あなた。
The one who replied to her was...
まあ、
Oh!
お褒めに預かって光栄だけどよ。
Oh boy. Shiro Yusa, who was no longer the eccentric clown he used to be, which is exactly why she complimented him.
なんかあれだな。展開的に俺が悪者みたいで納得いかねえんだけど。
I know, right? Especially with the music playing.
だったら放っておいてくれないかしら。今は私あまりそういう気分じゃないし。ユサ君だった？もう一人の女の子はどこ？
高校だよ。
Shiro pointed at his chest and spoke as if it was no big deal. He had no recollection of her ever introducing himself to her, but didn't think much of her knowing his name. She probably asked someone, or did some research. Either way, it was nothing for him to care about. Okay, so that reference that they made about him pulling out a certain gun that, she used. That's probably, Honjo right there.
俺とあいつのどっちが主導権握れるかってのは、まあ恨みっこなしの出たとこ勝負さ。結果こうなっちまったけど、あいつも納得はしてるだろ。
どうして？あなたたち何が楽しくてそんなものになりたがるの？私たちを見て羨ましいとでも思った？
おい、説教かよ。なえること言うなっつか。気取んなバカ。
As a show of irritation, Shiro looked up and ran his fingers through his hair. He would lend no ear to the ramblings of a girl with bouts of naivety.
俺は俺でこうならなきゃいけない理由があったんだよ。これでもリーチかかってたんでな。
I mean, as a human, he still held a decent... I mean, he was decent even without having any superpowers. I mean, the foreknowledge and the lack of pain kind of gave him some sort of slight advantage, even though he's still kind of still basically human. Superhuman, really. But now he's kind of on a more even footing now that he's got on an airbay.
エリーはまあお前に言ってもわかんねえさ。あいつはあいつで何かしらぶっ飛んだ体験を探してたってことだ。それで
He squinted his eyes. By becoming what he was, Shiro had gained just about all the necessary information, so he spoke without a hint of indirectness in his voice.
カインってのはそれかい？お前が生き返らせたい相手なんだろ？
詳しいのね。
チビ女から半分くらいむしり取ってきたからな。
Damn. Shiro was merged with Rusalka and the souls within her. When he took control, he left with part of her knowledge and memories, giving the witch a severe injury, completely taking her out. Oh, so he took out quite a bit. Okay.
ついでに言うと、ビルヘルムもくたばったぜ。固めのガキだ。知ってんだろ？
Wolfgang Schreiber. In his current state, Shiro had more information about the boy than Kay.
つまり残りのスワスチカは2つで、チビ女が行っちまったから学校の連中も目が覚める。そうなれあそこは誰かと誰かの殺し合いで開くしかない。じゃあその人柱は誰がなる？
Nothing. Kay gave no reply. However, she knew exactly what he implied. The numbers would never match up. There were 2 swastikas left, but the knights who had yet to open one were 3. Cain, and Trifa. One of them would have to be left without a swastika, and it was likely that their life would be the sacrifice to open the 7th. And since Shiro was on Ren's side,
ここで私たちを排除できればだいぶ都合がいいんでしょうね。人並みに頭が回れば誰でもそう思う。
人並みね
え。でもあなたは筋金入りのバカみたいだけど。
He nodded with a merry laugh. It was a childish expression unique to ruffians like him.
綺麗な姉ちゃんに分かってもらえてるようで嬉しいね。その通りだ。祭り始まってんのに途中でやめさせるような野暮はしねえさ。見せてくれるんだろ、すげえの。期待してるんだから盛り上がっていこうぜ。そっちの親玉とはぶっちゃけ利害が合うんでね。見届けさせてもらうさ。ただし。
They abruptly broke their gazes from each other.
なんかめんどくせえことになりそうではあるな。
ええ、そうね。
The person they were looking at was... Trifa?
Shiro.
Oh my god, I knew it! Holy shit! Yeah, check it out, Ran, I'm alive. How? But fuck you, I don't know. We found Sakurai upon reaching the park, and the guy accompanying her shocked me into speechlessness.
よー、ご無沙汰。
ご無沙汰って、お前。
His tone was so lighthearted I didn't know how to respond. Until now, I had doubts he was even alive. This bastard ignored me all this time and was away doing whatever, and now he just...
なんだよ、心配してくれたのか？言ったろ、すぐ戻るから待ってろって。俺は嘘言わねえよ。ま、一人寂しい思いをさせて悪かったけど、あんま細かいこと根に持つな。わかるだろ？これが欲しかったんだよ、俺は。
Yep. I suddenly noticed what he meant by that. Something was off about Shiro. He looked the same as he always did, but he was completely different on the inside. I knew exactly what the sensation meant.
マレウスを内から乗っ取ったそうよ。あなたもそうだけど、彼もすごいのね。自信喪失しちゃう。
Sakurai.
She stood next to Shiro and tiredly laughed at herself. I sensed no hint of energy, nor any eagerness to fight within her. It almost seemed like she had lost interest in everything. Next to her, I saw a large, mystifying figure that looked like an immobile statue. That was probably Tubal-Cain. Looking at the thing from here, it seemed akin to an empty shell. I momentarily faced it at the hospital, but now I could no longer feel even a fraction of the danger it posed back then. Yeah, I'm just kind of tired right now. Just let me sleep right now. I'm tired, man. It was the corpse marionette controlled by Sister Lisa. Just as I was told. It couldn't do anything without its operator allowing it. Also, it was Sakurai's...
それで、私を追ってきたみたいだけど、どうしたいの？
You wanna go out for some smoothies? Wouldn't that be a weird little coinky dink? That'd be weird.
ここは2番目のスワスチカとしてすでに汚染されている。一般の人たちじゃよっぽど鋭くないと見つけられないし、鋭い人ほど入ってこれない。
I meant situation, not coinky dink. I'm sorry.
都合がいいわよね、あなたには。ここで私と彼を倒せば、失点なしに敵を減らせる。もっとも、ただやられはしないけど。わざわざ追い打ちをかけに来たんでしょ。いいわよ。喧嘩の続きがしたいんならしましょうよ。
Lady, I literally just got here.
おいレン、なんか言われてるぜ。どうすんだよ。言っとくが、女相手に俺の手なんか期待すんなよ。んなかっこ悪い真似できっか。
At least he has standards. I don't know how to take that considering he ripped himself out of a girl, mind you's belly. Just saying.
お前も俺を誤解すんなよ。
Even I thought the two of us beating her up was way too dodgy of a scenario. I know, right?
じゃあ怠慢かい？あっちのデカブツは動かねえし。いいぜ。なら俺が審判やってやるよ。
Now I'm just imagining Shiro just casually just pulling up a chair, sitting right next to Tubal-Cain, just kind of tapping him like, hey, you want some popcorn?
だから
Why were these hotheads rushing to conclusions? Well, it was what they were assuming I'd do under normal circumstances, but...
俺は別に桜井とやり合いに来たわけじゃない。
じゃあなんだよ。
それは
Truce? I cut myself short and grimaced. Honestly, I really didn't want to say it myself. Wait, Father Trifa and I agreed that this would be his job. I held back my extensive vexation and bluntly called out to him.
出てこいよ。何面白がってんだ、あんた。
へえ。
Sakurai looked at him as Shiro slightly grinned. Their reactions were completely different, but there was little doubt that they were both surprised. Even I thought it seemed like a stupid joke.
失礼。若者同士の会話を聞くのが好きなものでね。
Howdy.
ゲイか。
Valeria Trifa. The reality that I was cooperating with him was far too perplexing for anyone to digest.
こりゃまた珍しい組み合わせだね。お久しぶり神父さん。俺のこと覚えてるかい？
ええ。以前にお会いした時は話す暇もありませんでしたからね。まともに顔を合わせるのはあの時以来ですか。検証層で何より。それでレオンハルト見ればわかると思いますが。
With a homely smile on his face, Father Trifa faced Sakurai while she was still bewildered by what was going on. As he was about to talk, I tried to guess how the stubborn girl would react. I could only imagine her getting angry, laughing it off, or refusing to understand it, with most of my money being on the first option.
私は彼と
However, I didn't get a chance to see if I was right. Of course! I fucking knew it. I knew Tubal-Cain was going to react. With a deafening, thunderous sound, as if the air got shattered or torn apart, an explosion of light suddenly blew me away.
おいおい。
The event was far too sudden for me to properly process it, but the sound and the light could only make me think of one thing.
落雷だと。
Betraying the weather, a flash of lightning appeared before us, flowing sideways unlike any other similar discharge. It was clear the thunderbolt wasn't of natural origin. The power to create such a thing was surely paranormal. Father Trifa, who stood next to me, received the brunt of the attack. Apparently, it was aimed at no one else but him. I was only blown away by the explosion, but my entire body was numb enough to seal my movements. The surroundings were thick with the stench of something burning, and I was bleeding through my ears and nose. The strike's power was unmatched in severity. The greatness of lightning's energy was something that needed no advocate. The pavement shattered under the violent force of the flash, making dust particles go up into the air. Behind that curtain, I could easily imagine the priest's silhouette burnt to a black crisp. However...
やれやれ。やはりこうなりましたか。
I heard a stupidly bewildered voice. The sight before me surprised me so much I needed a moment to realize it was my own.
そんな。
タフすぎだろ。いくらなんでも。
Then I heard Shiro and Sakurai. Both of them sounded as shocked as I was.
言いませんでしたかね。いくら彼でも生産灰は壊せない。
He was completely unharmed. The priest took the strike head-on, but there wasn't a single scratch on him. His resilience was downright unbelievable. He neither dodged nor did anything to protect himself. He was definitely defenseless, and I had no doubts the raging flash took him by surprise. Yet his slender face, still pristine, showed only a disinterested smile. However, there was another thing to be shocked about. Tubal-Cain was as immobile as a statue right until that very moment. It was now standing up and staring at the priest while holding its stupidly large hunk of iron, silently exuding killing intent. It was clearly the source of the lightning. This odd strange of affairs left me confused for two main reasons. One was about the giant making a move despite the fact that without Sister Lisa, its controller, it shouldn't have been more than a wooden doll. The other was that it chose to attack the priest. Why? What made it do that? I was completely perplexed.
Oh boy, do we have some stuff in the past to tell you about.
おそらくリザが残したプログラムのようなものでしょう。
Or that.
言ったでしょう、藤井さん。私は彼女とあわや殺し合う寸前だったと。
Oh, that's right.
しかしやれやれ、付き合いが長いというのも大変だ。私の行動をそこまで読んで、きっちり置き土産を残していく。見事と称えるべきか、執念深いと愚痴るべきか。
I mean, I guess you could also kind of compliment her that she was smart enough to think of this, you know? And, no, why not? This is Lisa we're talking about, and it's also Tubal-Cain, just say it.
ともかく、まずはこれをどうにかしないと始まりませんね。
Okay, I need you to pay attention, by the way. Did you see that little eyeball in the center of that mask? I'm betting you that's the reason why that's happening. So, I need you to go stab it. And don't get yourself killed.
What the hell, man? The next moment, the warped giant kicked the ground into a dash. Its speed was beyond what anyone would assume when looking at its build. But that expression was an understatement. It was like a thunderclap. The thing's speed was so great I could mistake him for lightning. It was no doubt moving faster than anyone I'd ever seen. It swung down its bulking lump of iron, with its corpus being large enough to make the tall priest seem like a child. Wait, this music. I don't think I've heard this one before. Maybe I have? Shit! It was easy to tell that both the power and the weight of the blow would be extraordinary. And yet...
愚直。だから無駄だと言っているのに。まあ、理解する頭などありませんか。
He was still completely unharmed. Father Trifa casually took the blow by raising one of his arms, smiling in a slightly inconvenienced manner. The attack was by no means weak. The crater-like formation around the priest's feet was more than enough proof it had the power of a giant jackhammer. Both the attacker and defender were defying all reason, and the latter was by far the greatest offender. There was something really off about the man known as Validia Trifa.
藤井さん、よければ協力してほしいのですがね。今の我々はそういう関係のはずでしょう。
Oh boy.
けど。
The days I was in delayed my reaction. He asked me to help him out, but it didn't really look like it was necessary. The more I watched, the more it seemed like he wasn't in any sort of danger.
私は鎧が強力なだけで剣を持っていないのですよ。少なくともこの場で効果的な剣はね。ですから女性をお願いしたい。私が盾になってあげますから、これを黙らせてくれませんか。
Okay. The next moment, Cain launched a kick into the priest's solar plexus. The weight behind the attack made me dread imagining what would happen if I were its target. But the man remained completely unfazed.
ほら、まあ、私はこの通り平気ですので。
Cool. This is so weird. This is so goddamn weird, but I'm actually enjoying this. Seemingly enraged by Father Trifa's demeanor, Cain unleashed a violent barrage upon him. The previous kick distanced the man into a position optimal for its giant weapon, allowing a fierce chain of bulking slashes charged with bursting light. 10, 20, 30. So many strikes I couldn't even follow the number. It was a vicious flurry. I would have to force myself to dodge no matter what. But the priest didn't even flinch as he took all the hits with barely any visible effort and his usual smile on his face. There was little, if any, technique to his defense. He seemed to be guarding himself here and there, but all of Cain's attacks hit their mark and none of them lost any of their power. I felt like I was watching a punching bag. The priest's ridiculous endurance let him take the blows without breaking a sweat. He said he was going to be a shield and he was doing it splendidly. By taking all the blows, he allowed not a single one to stray into anyone else. I watched the onslaught as the numbness in my body began to fade.
Yo. 何のショーだよ、こりゃ。
The Wicked One? I kind of like this kind. Stupefied by the sight, I didn't even notice Shiro walking up beside me to help me get back up on my feet.
シスターのプログラムなんかうさんくせえな。本当か？
Again, she did leave that eye on him.
まあ何にせよチャンスではあるようだけどよ。
That is an opportunity for us to easily defeat Cain.
なあ、どうすんだよこれ。デカブツやるのか？少なくともあれはこっち見てねえぞ。
I don't think Sakurai would be happy about that. He was right. Cain didn't seem to care about anyone but the priest. A surprise attack from the back could fatally wound it. But I had no idea how Sakurai would react. She too overcame her initial shock and was intently observing the situation. With her present, taking out Cain was difficult. Not only would she get in the way, but it would incur so much of her displeasure that any talks of an alliance would become impossible. That's why I'm thinking that we should try to figure out if it was the eye. I think it's Lisa's eye that was left that caused that program to be left in place.
なんだよ。
That's the only thing I could think of. As I considered the situation, Shiro gave me a questioning glance. With his unexpected return as a valid ally, I started to doubt if teaming up with the suspicious priest or Sakurai, my opposite on many fronts, was really a good idea. I mean, to be fair, this is kind of, this is Trifa we're talking about, but though it wouldn't make me too optimistic, a duo of only me and him would be far better than a shaky alliance with them. I had to make a decision. 10 ridiculously long seconds passed as I thought of what to do when...
ああ、なる。そういうことね。ああ、ほらしい。
Huh?
おい、よ。んなとこでしかめっ面してないでこっち来いよ。
Seemingly tired of waiting for my decision, Shiro took control of the situation.
お前
うだうだ悩んでんじゃねえよ。七面倒くせえ。腹探りたいなら腹割っちまえばいいんだよ。
Oh boy.
って、おいこら、無視すんなネクラ女。たくしゃねえ。行くぞレン。
He grabbed my arm and took me to Sakurai. I'd always known he was a spontaneous, nonsensical bastard, but this was too much even for him. The situation was too unpredictable. Acting based on whims alone could easily put us in danger. I was about to give him a piece of my mind to make him understand that, but then...
言っとくけど、この場で一番事情通なのは俺なんだぜ。
Yes, because you did take some of Rusalka's knowledge, so... As if reading my thoughts, Shiro replied with an indomitable smile on his face. Then he spoke in a tone which felt like he was mocking up all my hesitations.
チビ女から情報引きずり出したからな。お前もあっちのあの女も俺ほど詳しくなんかねえだろ。
Oh, hell yeah.
だからやめとけ。あの神父と手なんか組めるわけがねえ。ありゃどうしようもないイカサマ野郎だ。何言われたのか知らんけど、マジで一切信じるなよ。人のいいお前さんが利用できるような玉じゃねえって。なあ、お前もそうだろ。あいつのことが嫌いで恨みもあるんだろうが。
I'm just imagining Tarifa, who's constantly blocking all these, like, guys, I'm kind of getting bored here. Why aren't you helping?
だからよ。
As both me and Sakurai looked at him in bewilderment, Shiro put on a broad, carefree smile and proposed an idea like a little brat laying out a prank.
そうだよ。
With that, I became aware of a certain possibility. Valiria Trifa was astoundingly tough, like an unbreakable diamond. Mere minutes ago, the priest himself told me of an object that fit the description perfectly.
ここで一緒にあの神父を勝たしちまおうぜ。
Oh, if my suspicions were correct, doing so would damage the Pentochroma. The burning barrage of roaring lightning below showed no sign of slowing down. The slashes released so far amounted to more than 50, and it seemed like the storm wouldn't stop even after 100 more. It had only one target: the unarmed and defenseless priest. Defenseless is a strong word. Cain's massacrous blade displayed raw determination to hit, damage, and kill him as many times as it took. All of the blows were meant to destroy the priest with utmost haste, and none of them were feints or fakes. No one caught up in that barrage could come out unharmed. And yet... Though the raging blade storm was reminiscent of a bombardment, the situation felt somewhat cold and strangely stagnant. The priest didn't dodge a single one of the corpse warrior's blows. Each and every attack was a perfect hit, and the force they all hauled was tremendous enough to nullify the entire concept of weak spots. If reason was at work, the target would have lost his original form and scattered into the wind like a cloud of dust. Yet even after taking the brunt of both the wild blooms of mystic lightning and ultra-human strength, the priest continued standing there, where he was with a pitying smile on his slender face, a visage unhurt, unscorched, and unblemished. Cain was far above and beyond him at both physical power and movement speed. In terms of battle prowess, the ability to effectively slaughter an enemy, Valeria Trifa couldn't hold a candle to the cadaver. However, that was where the giant's superiority ended. The priest, on the other hand, had an advantage that absolutely nullified it. It was nothing but simple endurance, the resilience to avoid all attempts at his destruction. He's the guy who equipped Null Element and Null Physical and Null Ailment. He's a real Digital Devil Saga boy. It made him feel worthy of having Aeol, the rune of protection, as a symbol. The priest's sturdiness was a truth as undeniable as it was meaningful. The Obsidian Round Table had but one entity able to destroy the divine vessel. Velia Trifa had confidence that, out of all beings in the entire cosmos, only the man with a craving akin to Deus Ex Machina could break him. Thus, taking the roaring wind of violence with no effort to defend himself, the priest went on in a whisper. First, a burst of lightning, then a crash up from the bulking greatsword. The continuous storm of brutality completely drowned out his words. At the very least, it was certain his voice wouldn't reach anyone but the speaker and the vicious assailant. Therefore, his words were as meaningless as those he would speak to a wall, as those he would speak to a wall. Cain was a long-dead corpse, yet the priest didn't refrain from talking to him. He wasn't lamenting or mourning, nor did his vain nonsense seem like a monologue. The man whispered as if making sure no one could hear him. The priest's misdeeds could be neither forgiven nor forgotten. Trifa knew and sympathized with the cadaver's profound grudge better than anyone else. He knew this was going to happen ever since Lisa's verbal slip. The situation was downright chaotic. The priest intended to use the corpse's hatred to fulfill an unlikely but possible desire of his. Life was indeed full of surprises. Trifa even began to think that the farce in the past was but groundwork for this very day. He beseeched the pitiful and cadaverous clown of love to continue his maddened dance, and proclaimed the corpse's desire for salvation was best consumed by the prayer of wicked sanctity. Suddenly, Trifa called out in a loud voice. It was a bet whether the boy would respond as he wanted, but anyone of sound mind should have noticed the possibility. In the priest's mind, oh my god, I combined his name and suddenly he turned into Renji from Bleach. Shit, I'm sorry. Ren Fuji would be a fool not to do it. And after a moment of what seemed like a prayer, a chain akin to a poisonous snake slithered toward Trifa's legs. All signs pointed to this as the most reasonable course of action. With the astonishing resilience the priest displayed, he perfectly fit the description of the unbreakable Citrinius. Shiro, with all the information he gained from Rusalka, claimed that eliminating the priest was the best option. Those 2 points left little room for doubt. Velia Trifa was under the protection of Reinhard's on an airbay. And with that in mind, all that was left was prioritization, the pragmatic selection of the easier option. To reach my envisioned ending where we save Himuro and Seiyo Reinhard, I had to damage the Pentachroma. Therefore, it was worth seeing if he was really indestructible. Right. The priest deceived me, and I fooled him back. It was only fair, so I didn't feel a hint of guilt. I considered the alliance he offered only because I was alone and couldn't face the menacing battalion commanders by myself. Now, however, the situation was completely different. Shiro came back, Cain went on a rampage, and Sakurai was on its side. The priest was forsaken by all and surrounded from every direction. All we had to do now was focus on the most effective way of taking him out. It should go fine as long as Sakurai didn't get in the way. We could deal with her later. The whole night was an exhausting and hectic chain of battles. Both my and Marie's fatigue was a source of anxiety. But still, I tried to use the ability that helped me both save Katsumi at the hospital and escape from Rubedo's artillery. My creation figment. Though it was partially accidental and likely caused by the pressing danger, I could clearly remember the sensation. After readying myself to use it, I sprang into a sprint. Yeah!
Oh.
I could feel time itself extend as I closed in towards the priest, who looked partially shocked or maybe alarmed. Or perhaps he... No, it didn't matter. I was within range. All I had left to do was swing my weapon.
なるほど。そうきましたか。
Oh boy. Not good enough. Too slow. My attack sliced only air as the priest escaped the blade's length. My speed wasn't even close to what it had been back then. However...
俺のはかわすんだな、神父さん。
そうですね。とっさでしたがそうけ立ちましたよ。珍しいというか、本来あり得ることですが。
While he spoke, the winds raged with an intensity that could shatter the very air itself.
このように、私は破壊不可能なはずなのです。いや、実際には3通りほど手段がないわけでもないのですがね。
This is probably all part of Trifa's plan, but I'm sorry. I'm just trying to imagine the whole scenario.
I would like to, you know, work alongside you. Let's have an alliance.
Then we just have the gathering of these 5 superpowers. My brain had to do the math there for a minute there. And now...
Ren, help me.
Alright, I'll kill you.
Wait, that's not what I said.
And now it's fucking Cain, Shiro, and Ren versus fucking Trifa. And if Sakurai comes in, that just completes the whole package, and I'm just happy. Okay, I'm calmed down now. Okay, I'm lying. I'm not calm at all. This is amazing. Father Trifa casually took Cain's blow and tilted his head to the side. The power in its offense was clearly greater than mine, which made for a great show of his endurance. However, the truth of him dodging my attack meant that he found it to be a greater threat. I wasn't sure how right it was, but I had an idea why. It was the tightening of my bond with Marie, and the changes she was undergoing. I had a very solid hunch that reaching the creation stage was a sign of me becoming stronger than ever. It should be possible for us to defeat the divine vessel.
あなたはもう少し硬い人かと思っていたが、意外にも心変わりが早いですね。真を裏切り、胸が痛みませんか？
Hot meat kettle?
全然。
I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel at least a little bit guilty, but we weren't even allied yet. I clearly stated we'd only team up if he persuaded Sakurai to join him too. When he was attacked by Cain, any chances of getting on the good graces of that woman flew right out the window.
リザの敵を撃つというのは？
あんたからしてあの人に敵扱いされてたんだろう。
Also, he kept silent about the truth of him being part of the Pentagrama. Hiding something like that was a grave mistake. Father Trifa retreated as Tubal-Cain and I lined up to go after him. If the cadaver's actions were caused by Sister Lisa's program, the priest had no right to talk big about actions done for her sake.
大隊長は倒す。
I would save Himuro and destroy all other sides of the Pentagrama. Machina, Eleanor, Schreiber, and of course the scheming scumbag before me. After all...
俺が戻ってきたのは誤算だったかい？神父さんよ。
I had this idiot on my side now. Sure, he was a reckless dumbass and a hoodlum beyond repair, but I hadn't lost a single fight with him backing me. Not like I didn't have any share of worries about him, but I had to be realistic if I wanted to win. With Shiro getting a body like mine, there were no reasons for me to refuse accepting this challenge.
なるほど。ならばあなたはどうする？レオンハルト。
Please, join the fray and be on our side. I need to see the... I mean, I'm already of the mind that Trifa's just gonna one-shot everybody at this point. I just have like this really bad idea that he'll try to summon this... I'm not even entirely sure if he can actually summon the lance yet. But, I mean, just fucking hell, man. Be the ultimate team up. Fucking Shiro, Ren, Tubal-Cain, and Sakurai versus Trifa. Even while evading, blocking, and taking my, Kane's, and Shiro's hits, the Divine Vessel showed no hint of panic. This could be a problem. Giving a feeling of superiority was a bad idea.
彼らの選択、実に結構。戦士として清々しいまでの現実主義だ。では、あなたは
Well, my brother's attacking you, so I guess I'll join in.
ただ目的の成就のみを最優先。その姿勢に倣うなら、あなたは何をすべきと考える？
Truly, Father Trifa's endurance seemed absolute. Even while fighting the three of us and paying attention only to my attacks, he showed no hint of weakness. I had to increase my speed, to bring out my all and go faster than ever before. However, the more I tried, the slower I became. I was determined not to miss this opportunity no matter what, but the events of the hospital wore me down enough to nullify that result.
己に問いなさい、レオンハルト。あなたの魂、それは何を求めている？あのハイドリ秘境に賜るバルハラ。そのエインフェリアになりたいのですか？
Sakurai. Failing to fully evoke my creation figment, I launched a relatively dull slash that he easily brushed away, bending the direction of my charge straight into Cain. Naturally, the both of us were sent flying.
死せる英雄とはいかがなるものか。ハイドリ秘境の増す城とは何なのか。よくよく考えてみることですよ。
Oh dear.
さて、それでは藤井さん。残念ながら同盟は成立せずということになりましたが。
With a lamenting shrug, Valeria Trifa looked down on me as I laid collapsed on the pavement. His eyes were shining with an unbreakable will.
結果的には変わらない。見事、私がテレジアを救い出してみせるため、あなたは大隊長お三方を抑えるしかありますまい。その頼もしい仲間と共に。決行は明晩。女性を期待しますよ。黄金の近衛三色に守られた彼女を単独で救うなど誰にもできませんからね。せいぜい奮闘して命を懸け鉄壁に穴を開けていただきたい。神の家から乙女をさらう。実に素晴らしい響きではありませんか。
Before I could extend my hand towards the leaving priest, Sakurai called out to him.
待ってください。
Sakurai. Don't. However, her words were cut short as she became lost in what to say. In response, Father Trifa assisted her with a pitying smile on his face.
レオンハルト、まだ迷いがあるなら問えばいい。彼と行動を共にして大隊長お三方と対峙すれば答えも見える。あるいはまあそこはあなたの自由だ。己で考え決めなさい。頭が飾りでないのならばね。では今夜はこれで。なかなかに有意義な会談でしたよ。無事に事をなせたなら共にテレジアの誕生日を祝いましょうか。藤井さん。
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that he was going to be able to just end this whenever he had the potential to end this whenever the hell he wanted to. When I finally stood up and shouted out to him, Father Trifa was already gone, leaving behind nothing but a burdening silence. Shit! Our attempt had been futile. We spectacularly missed a good opportunity to take him out.
そろそろ夜が明けるな。
The night of constant carnage neared its end, portending the arrival of an even more violent tomorrow. Yeah?
しかしまあ、惜しかったね。あともうちょっとってとこだったんだが。
Hey, how's Kane doing? As the night sky started to brighten, Shiro complained with little actual disappointment in his voice.
実際、タイミングも悪かったからしょうがねえわな。俺もお前も疲れてるし、あれが限界の追い込みだったわけだしよ。
Oh yeah, I imagine it probably would have been a much better attempt if we were actually fully rested.
ここは一つ尺だが、神父の話に乗るしかねえな。なんだよ。
いや。
He was right. As annoying as it was, we had to do what Father Trifa laid out. We would face the battalion commanders and rescue Himuro from the church. Father Trifa and I would have to use each other as bait to get past their impregnable defenses. But
またデカブツは止まっちまったな。朝になると動けなくなったりすんのかい、そいつ。
I think he deactivated because Trifa just vanished.
よう、いつまでも固まってないで、こっち来いよ。お前はこの先どうすんだ？
Hey, whether you like it or not, fire bitch, you're one of us. Sakurai silently stood in place as Shiro called out to her in a carefree manner. In all honesty, it didn't seem like him. He said he took enough information out of Rusalka to make him more knowledgeable than both me and Sakurai. With that knowledge, he first told us to attack the priest and then go to Himuro when we failed. Both of the actions were meant to reach our common goal of stopping Reinhardt's return. Anyone at least a bit sensible would reach that simple conclusion. There was hardly anything odd about sharing a common goal with an ally. In fact, it was the obvious thing to do. However...
シロ、お前は。
あ？
He'd always been my polar opposite. Sensibilities and the like didn't mean a thing to the reckless delinquent known as Shiro Yusa. I started to worry. Maybe he was actually... The question I tried to ask never left my lips. My tongue felt like it was tangling as my legs shook and my vision became bleak.
おい、レン。どうしたお前？
Shiro's words began to feel distant. Damn it. Shit. Was I really this exhausted? I hadn't a single moment to waste, yet both my body and mind were forcefully shutting down, drowning me in a wave I couldn't hold myself against. I fought battle after battle, never once taking a moment to rest, while also enduring the constant mental strain of knowing that both Kisumi and Himuro's lives were hanging on the balance. All these things were gnawing at me from inside my subconscious, and the previous battle completely destroyed the last bit of support to my forced patience. The timing made it feel like it happened on purpose.
シロ、近い。
I didn't even get mad. The situation didn't allow it. Besides, any complaints I'd spat at this guy would fall on deaf ears. Before I blanked out, I had to put him in the shortest leash I could. Right before I fell, I squeezed out all of my remaining power, and used it to grab Shiro's clothes, cling to him, and say what I had to.
目が覚めたら、教会に行くぞ。先輩を救い出す。
I couldn't lose her. Not only was she a friend, but I had also made a promise to Marie. Losing any one of us would make me a liar. I didn't want to betray anyone's trust anymore. Shiro, you too.
ああ、わかったよ。付き合ってやる。寝てろよ、レン。いい夢見な。
Right when I heard his answer, I was overwhelmed by drowsiness. Fell into a deep sleep. Shiro made sure I became exhausted, made me reject Father Trifa's alliance offer, then purposefully let him off. Why? For what purpose? We had a lot to discuss, but I didn't feel like pestering him. It wasn't like I was ashamed of my carelessness. It was just that I felt like all of it was in the palm of someone's hand. Not just the situation spontaneously unfolding here and now, but in terms of the bigger picture as well. Like everything was connecting and intertwining according to someone's design. I'd always been completely certain that a hoodlum like Shiro would be at my side, so I thought it was only obvious this would happen. But with that in mind, who was I to be burdened with such a causality? What was I? That single question strayed into and came to dominate my mind. The one matched with Marie, and the one that grew to love her. The one Reinhard fervently desired, and the one hunted by his subordinates. Who was I to carry such a fate?
それはこれから教えよう。
Mercurius? A simple question. What defined the being known as Karl Kraft's substitute? I had to find the answer. As he shouldered Ren's collapsed body, Shiro grinned in a somehow awkward and embarrassed manner.
まあ心配すんなよ。別に俺だってお前に嫌がらせするのが好きな変態ってわけじゃねえし、先輩助けられんのならそれはそれでいいんじゃねえかな。そこを邪魔するつもりはねえよ。
Their reasons were entirely different. Unlike Ren, Shiro chose his course of action only because he thought it would make things more exciting. Even so, he wasn't lying when he said that allying with the priest was a bad idea. He had no ulterior motive there, only pure honesty. Valeria Trifa was certainly a difficult enemy, but he could pose an even greater threat when accepted as an ally. True. Ren would either keep a close watch on the priest or get rid of him as soon as possible, while Shiro chose to let him go. He made Trifa into a disturbance that could affect his allies and enemies alike. Just as there was a risk he could get in the way, so could he be the key to an unexpected stroke of fortune. Shiro assumed the probability of the priest becoming a hindrance was about 70 or 80%. Risky indeed, but high risk often meant high returns. It was a gamble, basically. A concept he found intriguing.
だから意外と全部丸く収まるかもしんねえし、目覚ました時に切れて喧嘩売ってきたりすんなよ、お前。決着はどっちが生き残るかっつうことになってんだからさ。
Shiro muttered in a self-mocking manner and looked at Kei, standing wordlessly at his side.
で、お前さんはどうすんの？ついてくるなら歓迎するよ。さすがにそのでかいのは置いてってもらうけどな。
You can carry him. Since no normal person would ever walk into a park, leaving Kane here shouldn't pose any problems. Kei silently replied with,
いい。私は彼と一緒にいる。
Aw, damn it.
そりゃ飾りじゃない頭使った上での答えかい？
ええ。迷ってるなら問うしかないし。私が問うべき相手は決まっているから。
ふん。いや、別に。じゃあ好きにしろよ。
The very person who told her to question knew exactly who Kei was going to face. She was clearly being manipulated, but Shiro chose not to tell her that. To him, she was just another part of the gamble. Just out of pure courtesy, however, he made her more aware of the situation.
お前ら居残り組の8人は帰還組が戻ってくるたびぶっ殺されてる。それってどうしてなんだろうな。下手打ったから？生意気だから？それとも連中ただの見境ねえ殺人狂か？どれもそれっぽいけどよ。たまには逆転して考えるのも面白いぞ。もしかしたらそうしてやるのが仲間の証だとでも思ってんじゃねえのかなって。だとしたら奴らの不死身ってな、何なんだろうな。とまあ俺は考えるわけだよ。じゃあな。
With that, Shiro fixed his hold on Ren and left without turning around. The massacre at the club got the place seized for the police investigation, but it was surely done by now. And with it being a swastika, any standard human being would instinctually avoid it. He didn't feel like returning to the apartment where he used to live with his two friends, and instead went towards the bottomless pit, where he could actually relax.
さて。
As he masterfully lit the cigarette placed into his mouth, Shiro spoke in a tone that sounded both disinterested and intrigued.
しかしこいつどんな夢見てんのかね。すげえ汗だわ。
I don't know.
ではこれより刹那無限の境界での開口を。
That will have to wait. That will definitely have to wait for right now, Mr. Mercy. Just gonna say right now. There we go. Okay. I know that has nothing really to do with the freaking episode or anything, but I just wanted to say that anyway. Okay. We had ourselves a very interesting little tag team here. Shiro, Ren, and Tubal-Cain versus Trifa. even though, despite having a 3-on-1, it was, judging by that final remark that he just casually brushed them aside, it was incredibly one-sided despite the odds. So now, we're just up to what Sakurai is going to do. Also, we learned that, aside from stealing her Ananerbe, it appears that Shiro was able to take away a good portion of her own knowledge, which is very interesting, to say the least. So it makes me wonder how much he knows now. Maybe... This has me very curious right now. I mean... Maybe he knows the actual truth about how the Pentachroma works, as well as the swastikas, and how to actually get rid of Reinhardt rather than seal him away. Would Rusalka know that? I mean, she prided herself in her knowledge, so maybe she already knew the answer to that. Oh well, I'm going to end it there. So, despite it being one-sided and ending rather abruptly, that was still an interesting little scenario. I actually liked every bit of that. That was actually pretty good. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'm running out. I keep saying how much I freaking love this novel, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of getting annoying to some people. But I can't help but gush about how good this is. Thank you all so much for watching, and I can't wait to get into more of this. And thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello there everybody, Sakurai2 here, and if you like this video, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And hey, if you guys like my content, then maybe you'd like to check out another channel who I think deserves equal attention. So click that Nightmare emblem and check out that channel, or go to the links in the description down below. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.